Hey guys, welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video. We've got it for you. It is Friday, TGIF. It is February 21st, 2020, and we are back with another video. So hopefully this video finds you doing well. Hopefully you did well last night. Here's my story last night. I was doing the late night FanDuel single game Houston Golden State. I did not cash, so I went to bed and I was cashing like $30. It was the $7 entry. I went to bed, woke up, I won nothing. So I was very curious what the top prize was, or the top score. And I looked at it, and multiple top scores split. I had every single player that was in the top score splitting $4,200, and I took a couple of them out, and I won nothing. So that is my. I shouldn't have looked. Definitely shouldn't have looked. I used our cheat sheet. I had the players that I liked. I put them in there. I took them out. I overthought it, and it cost me $4,200. So. Hopefully this video finds you doing better than that. Hopefully you guys let me know how you did. Let me put it that way. Before we start, I want to thank everyone for the well wishes. If you've been following us on Twitter, some of you follow us on Facebook. We had our baby girl on Monday. She came 6 weeks early, so unfortunately she has to be in the hospital for, we don't know. But I want to thank everyone for well wishes. And yeah, so that's why I haven't had a video in a while. That's why I haven't had, well, I put the articles out. I put the lineups out, but that is why I haven't had a video in however long. So hopefully we are back to normalcy. I'll be there every day probably, but I will still try to do videos in the morning. I will do projections. I will do articles and stuff like that. So I have had people actually just send donations via Venmo and PayPal to help pay for stuff, which is awesome. You don't have to do that. So thank you. You guys know who you are. If you are interested in that, you can email me. We had to change your email right now, fantasyteamadvisors@gmail.com. So if you go check that out, you can email me there. I can give you information. Or you guys can subscribe to one of our packages. Since the last video, I have added PGA and NASCAR. We killed it in NASCAR. If you saw, we killed it in PGA as well. So we'll talk about stuff like that, but let's jump into today's article. So the website, you can find the article down below in the description. The website is FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. You go to NBA, you go to NBA articles, and it's right here. So click on the article. So what I do is I take our cheat sheet, and I take X amount of players from it, and I put it into our daily article to give you a little bit of a preview of what we've got going on. So looking at it, the 21st, we got 9 games to work with tonight, which is awesome for a Friday. We are back looking at the over-unders. So right now, we're missing one unless it's here. So as of right now, Cleveland at Washington does not have an over-under. Not sure why yet, but it's not there. You got Dallas at Orlando, 219.5. You've got Indiana at New York, 211.5. Phoenix at Toronto, 227.5. Denver at OKC, 215. Boston at Minnesota, 227.5. San Antonio at Utah, 222. Memphis at the Lakers, 232.5. And New Orleans at Portland, 236.5. So what you can do is with a 9-game slate, if you don't want to play everything, you can whittle down the list to, let's say, the top 5 over-unders. So just looking at that, New Orleans at Portland would be at the top. Memphis at the Lakers would be number 2. Absolutely love Anthony Davis today. That is why he's the picture of the video and article. Then we've got Boston at Minnesota at 227.5. Same thing, Phoenix at Toronto, 227.5. And then just depending on what the Cleveland-Washington game is, I'm going to assume that might be the lowest over-under. So then you can look at San Antonio or Utah, or you can whittle it down to just those 4 games. Take those, look at our cheat sheet, look at the players, look at the DVP, look at the fantasy points we have projected out, FanDuel and DraftKings, and then look at the value you've got going on. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment down below or email me, fantasyteamadvisors@gmail.com. Our old email got locked for some reason. I think someone tried to hack it, and I've been back and forth to the hospital since last Thursday, actually. So I haven't had time to dig in to do all that. So we dominated NASCAR. We dominated PGA. I tweeted out photos of that. We're going to dominate NBA. We're going to dominate MLB once it gets here. Super excited. Baseball starts tomorrow. Spring training. Of course, Luis Severino shut down. Probably going to have Tommy John surgery. Awesome. But anyway, let's look at each position. So what I have is 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. So I've got that also as NHL. I don't want to put an NHL article out or video out. I have an article. I can't pronounce half of those names, and that's the real reason I don't have a video for it. I can try if you guys want, but we do have the article out there. So I'm just going to go over the player and the fantasy points we have projected out. If you want to see the team, the opponent, the DVP, the floor, the ceiling, and their value, you can check that out, or you can subscribe and check it out on the cheat sheet. So we've got these awesome new charts. These are super easy for you guys to use, and people have been raving about them. So looking at this, point guards, Luka Doncic, I'm looking at 51 fantasy points. Going to be right around a 5 value, which is the bare minimum of what you're usually looking for. It depends on what you got. Last night we had a player get 10 times value in our optimal lineup. I can't remember who it was at the moment. We'll look at that at the end. Kyle Lowry at 40 fantasy points, looking for him at about 5.4 value. Lonzo Ball, love him here. 37 fantasy points, 5.8 value. Mid-tier, Elfrid Payton, 32 fantasy points. Jamal Murray, 32, and Colin Sexton, 31. And your value picks at point guard, you got Darius Garland at 22, Anthony Simmons and Derek White, both at 21 fantasy points. Then we got shooting guard here. Brad Beal at the top against Cleveland at 44 fantasy points. I'm still waiting for, this could change a little bit. The pace could change. Depends on what the over-under is going to be. D'Angelo Russell at 41 fantasy points. Should be a good game for him. Devin Booker at 41. Absolutely love him. I could honestly see more than this. Now, we're never going to have anyone projected like 67 or like 70, 80, 90 fantasy points. It does happen. It's really hard to project that. I don't think you're going to find anyone project that high. We've got mid-tier Marcus Smart at 31, Jordan Clarkson 29, Dennis Schroeder 28, and your value picks at the shooting guard. You got Terrence Ross at 22, Danny Green and Gary Trent Jr. at 21 fantasy points there. Moving on to small forward, let's do that. We've got LeBron at 54 fantasy points. Love him there. Pascal at 43, Brandon Ingram 42. Mid-tier, Jaylen Brown 34. You got Bojan Bogdanovic 30, Danilo Gallinari at 30. And then your value picks here at small forward, you got Michael Bridges at 25, OG at 25, 5.7 value, and Kyle Anderson at about 24 fantasy points. Also, 5.4 value there. Power forward here, let's filter it. There we go. Anthony Davis against Memphis, 54 fantasy points. I like him more than that. I could honestly see, it just feels like one of those smash spots. They're 24th against the DVP. His ceiling is 80. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts flirting with that ceiling tonight. As long as he can stay healthy, I think he should be good. Then we got Sabonis at 42 fantasy points. Jason Tatum, 42. Mid-tier here, Julius Randle, 37. LaMarcus Aldridge, 37. Kevin Love, 34. And a value here, James Johnson, 27. Brandon Clark, 26. Davis Bertans, 24 fantasy points. Moving to the center position finally tonight, we got Andre Drummond at 44. Enes Kanter, 22. Nope, hold on. Let me filter it. There we go. Hassan Whiteside, 45. Andre Drummond, you may have forgotten if you haven't played since the All-Star break. Boom, he was traded. He is on Cleveland now, which seems crazy. But against Washington, 44 fantasy points. Nikola Jokic at 43. Mid-tier, Nikola Vucevic at 42. Jonas Valanciunas at 36. And Steven Adams, 30. And then your value picks, you've got Enes Kanter, you've got JaVale McGee, and Mitchell Robinson, all coming in at 22 fantasy points. Center position for me and our optimal lineups, 9 times out of 10, it pays to pay up at the center position because you only get one of those. On FanDuel, you can get, you only get one of those on DraftKings, but on FanDuel, you can get 2 of each position. Same thing with pretty much DraftKings as well. So there you go, guys. Those are just some of the projections. If you want to see the rest of them, all you got to do, go up here, NBA lineups, cheat sheets, results, whatever you're looking for, we've got it there. Or you can sign up FTA Plus. We've got it going on. You can check it out. We've got XFL, which stay tuned. Be a subscriber to the page. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I will be doing XFL rankings videos right after this. So you'll see me in the same outfit. I'm going to be doing the videos. We already have the rankings out. You can check that out. Just hover over and go to XFL articles. You can check it out. We've got it going on right here. I'm going to have a video about that. XFL, we've had some success. We've had some fun with it. So go check that out. So yesterday's NBA results, you can check it out, but I'm just going to give you the scores here. Our cash lineup 320.7, our GPP 325.5, our DK cash 313, and our DK GPP 260.75. Not what I'd like. Kobe White kind of let us down, so did Shaq Harrison. So those are the results. If you would like to see those, you can check those out right on the website. So that being said, I'm going to have videos about each XFL position. We're going to go over the rankings. You're going to find that here. So make sure you are a subscriber. Like I said, guys, we are starting NASCAR. We're going to have it. We're going to have the option. I have to build out the. You'll see. You can find it at FTA Plus. So go check that out. Dominated that with the Daytona 500. We were one driver away from taking down a GPP, which, whatever. I mean, NASCAR's a little bit more tricky because wrecks happen. Easy. You could have the best driver there. He could be right behind a wreck and get taken out. So it is fun. I haven't watched NASCAR in years, but if I can play to make money, I'll be doing okay. Our PGA lineups killed it last week. I did tweet out. We had, I want to say, I mass entered 25-cent games. I had, what did I have? I think I had $10 worth of 25-cent entries, and I won 5. I got second in a tournament. And it was for qualifiers. So we have 5 $9.99 tickets to MLB opening day qualifier. So we won our, what was it? Our $10 turned into $50 worth of MLB entries, and I'm super excited for MLB. I will be doing that. I will be having season-long rankings. We'll be doing that as well. So we've got a lot going on. Like I said, we did have our daughter. She was born 6 weeks early. So she is tiny. And I did tweet out a picture. So if you want to check her out, you can go to advisors_team. She is literally about this big, maybe a little bit longer. Her feet are literally, she was only 3 pounds, 8 ounces. Her feet are literally bigger than my pinky. She's got some big feet, so hopefully, I don't know what that means. But she's, everything else is okay. She just has to be in a isolated box and has to have phototherapy. So hopefully she gets off that soon. I changed her first diaper ever. It's crazy. It only took me like 8 minutes. No big deal. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was really scared to break her. 6 weeks early. I'm hoping she doesn't have to be there for 6 weeks. So we're just going back and forth every day. I'm taking my laptop because we can't hold her the whole time. So I'm going to get some work done while we're there. Just talking to her and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much. I don't have the list of names that donated right now, but thank you guys so much for donating. All those donations are gonna pay for however much insurance doesn't cover, because I know our United States insurance is pretty crappy. But yeah, so I'm super tired already, but having some fun being a dad already. It came a little early. We were not expecting her until the end of March, so here we are. But yeah, I'm going to continue to work on the website. If you guys would like to either donate or you guys would like to get in on the subscription packages, I am offering discounts right now. MLB entire season, instead of $2.99, you get the entire season for $99. That includes articles, videos, cheat sheets, lineups. So if you are interested, email me right now, fantasyteamadvisors@gmail.com. You can send that. We'll get you set up on the MLB. The entire MLB season for $99. That is 6 months worth of MLB. $99. You $200 off. The rest of the NBA season, we have about 4 more months for $75. Email me, fantasyteamadvisors@gmail.com. XFL is cheap. Go check that out. NHL is there. PGA is there. And NASCAR is there. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below or email me, fantasyteamadvisors@gmail.com. That's all I've got for this video, guys. I will be putting out XFL videos, so get ready. I do have NHL article already out. Again, I don't want to waste your time trying to get through their names, so we'll try, but I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to do these articles. I'm going to do the videos and then get ready and head back to the hospital. But I will have the computer. I will be able to answer any and all questions for you guys. So that's all I've got. Good luck today, guys. And as always, bring home that bacon. Peace.